Bienvenidos a Conexión Universitaria, el podcast de la Universidad Tecnológica de Bahía de Banderas, un espacio donde exploramos todo lo que necesitas saber para sacar el máximo provecho a tu vida universitaria, desde consejos para hacer networking, hasta tips para equilibrar estudios y vida social, historias, experiencias y herramientas que te ayudarán a conectar con tu comunidad, crecer profesionalmente y disfrutar al máximo esta etapa. Conexión Universitaria. Comenzamos.
Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Alberto Batista, and I am a language teacher at the Language Center here at the UTBB. Today, we have the first podcast here, and we have guest from the UTBB. Kaylee, please introduce yourself and say your career and your English level.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Martinez. I'm a marketing major here at the UTBB University, and I have a C2 level in English.
Hi, my name is Julissa Martinez, and I'm studying in marketing and UTBB.
Perfect, girls. Welcome, and thank you very much to participate. Well, today we're going to talk about the importance of English. How has English become so important in this world? Okay, but first we're going to talk about some statistics that we have. For example, girls, how many people do you think speak English in this world? We are approximately 8,000 million of people in the world. So how many do you think speak English?
I honestly have no idea, but yeah, there's more than probably 60 countries who speak English. So I have no idea. Probably tens of thousands.
What about you, Lisa? What do you think?
I don't have idea, but
You don't have idea. Well,
yeah.
the approximately is 1,500 million speak English as a first language or second language. How many countries do you think have officially the English as a language? Julissa, how many countries do you think?
5.
5 countries in all over the world? What do you think, Kaylee?
I don't know, probably more than 50 or 60 countries. Probably a lot more than we actually think.
Well, there are 67 countries that speak English like an official language. You know, here in America, we have the United States and Canada. And another number that we have, what level do you think Mexico has of English? What level do you think? Advanced, intermediate, or low level?
I think intermediate.
Intermediate level, Julissa. Okay. Kaylee?
Yeah, probably like a low or intermediate level. Probably an A2 to B1.
Well, incredible. We have a very low level. Mexico has one of the lowest level of speaking English, just above IT. So it's incredible, no? The first one is Argentina. They speak really good English. Okay. Well, according to that, why do you think English has become so important in the business, Miss Kaylee?
Well, I think it's really important because it really does open a lot more doors than we actually think. I mean, we were talking about commercials and having business meetings. I feel like it's super important to know English and learn it as a whole because of being able to talk to people from different countries and being able to spread the message as one whole language is super important. And I feel like it's part of that business community that we don't even realize that sometimes we do need.
What about you, Julissa?
I think the same, but the open doors and I don't know, it's plain in other countries.
Perfect. Do you have any friend who is American or Canadian or European, Julissa?
I don't know.
No? Probably a boyfriend?
No, I don't have a boyfriend.
Okay. What about Kaylee? You have friends that speak Native American English?
Yeah, I have lots of friends. So I have lots of Canadian friends, and then I also have lots of American friends. But I have friends from even Africa who speak English, and we talk all the time. And I feel like that's the importance of English because you really get to know people from different cultures and their perspective on the world and different situations.
Totally, and making friends, is super important.
Yeah.
Now, about your life, your everyday life, how's English improve your life, or what does English permit you to enjoy, Miss Kaylee?
Well, for me, it has always been like music, TV shows, talking to my friends. I mean, that's super important. And also just being able to read or watch the show and in the native language that the show comes in, I feel like it really shows the essence of the program or TV or movie that I'm watching. And I think that's something really special about the community that we live in.
Perfect. And Julissa, I have another different question. How English or how is important English in your student life?
It's very important because uh, the language, I don't know.
You use it for investigation, for example, for homeworks.
Yeah,
Yes.
and homeworks or practice the language.
Okay. And have you used English in your everyday life, for example, in the afternoon when you go home?
No, but when practice in class or when listen music,
Perfect.
watch movies, series.
So in the student life, do you think English is a tool or a necessity? Kaylee?
Yeah, it's definitely a need, something that everybody should learn. And also, it just opens so many doors that, I mean, it's super important to learn English and not only English, but different languages. We can learn so much from their cultures. And also, in the business aspect, I mean, I think it's super important that we're able to learn a lot more information from the country that we're living in, but also from other countries.
So you think it's a tool or necessity?
A need. It's definitely a need.
So necessity. What other thing, Julissa? Tool or
Yeah.
necessity?
Necessity.
Something important.
See, it's very important.
Okay. How much percentage do you think there is information in internet in English?
I have no idea. But honestly, when I have researched information both in English and in Spanish, I feel like I find a lot more information in English about that same topic.
And you, Julissa?
Yeah, me too. I don't have idea, but I think is the language is important, and that's
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's the 55%. The 55% of information in internet is in English. Okay?
Okay.
So super important. Now, what myth do you know about learning English? A myth. What do people say that this English is this or that? Kaylee?
I think people say that it's really complicated, and I feel like people think that you can only learn like the grammatic aspect. But no, honestly, the conversational is one of the best aspects to learn about English because that's how you're able to talk to people. I mean, the grammatic aspect is super important, but honestly, if you can hold a conversation, that will help you so much more. And don't be afraid of speaking in English and messing up. I mean, it's just talking, so it's a very important aspect of our everyday life, especially living in a touristy area.
And you, Lisa, what do you think about that? A myth, un mito del inglés. ¿Qué?
One of the most common myths is that you're too old to learn,
Okay, that means that people
or
all
that
know.
only people with natural talents can speak.
Okay, that's myth.
Yeah,
Okay, well, there are other myths about it, you know. What recommendation do you give the audience to practice English, to learn more English? Miss Kaylee?
Well, I think just get out there, start a conversation. Don't be afraid of messing up, and also practice as much as you can at home. I mean, watching series, reading books, listening to music. It all helps, even if you don't notice it right away. I think it's something very important, and I think you're going to be able to learn it. And time flies, so you might as well just read something that you like or watch a movie that you like, but try to do it in another language. It really helps.
What about you, Julissa? What recommendation do you give to the audience?
really matters is practice and consistency.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Well, this program was brought by the Language Center at the UTBB, which offers different courses in different languages. We have English, French, and Spanish. Can you give the numbers, please? Well, the information, Miss Kaylee?
Yeah, so every class is on Saturday, and starting August 9th, there will be French classes from 9 to 2, and every other class is also Saturdays from 9 to 2, so please come.
Don't miss this opportunity. During these classes, we apply all the techniques to develop your communication skills. We watch videos, we sing, we study grammar, we do exercises, but the most important is that we have fun. If we don't have fun, we don't learn English, okay? Well, thank you very much, and probably we'll see you later. Have a beautiful day. Thanks.
Conexión Universitaria. Nos vemos en la siguiente emisión.